that a red flag or what? I mean, she was 4 years old.
The grandfather admitted to this?
The grandfather, like, instead of, like, he wasn't acting, like, confused. He was like, oh, no, that was her. She touched me.
He was trying to act like 4-year-old Gypsy touched him. He wasn't the one who initiated that. And you could tell he was stone cold busted, too, when
yeah,
they
you could
asked
tell he was in shock. And instead of just being like, a person that didn't do that would be like, what are you talking about? I have no idea. He would probably act completely confused. It's like he knew exactly what they were talking about. But he's like, no, that was her, not me. She touched me.
You know, I want to make the point to you, Perez.
And he did this to Gypsy's mother also?
Yeah.
So
that was one thing they related about. That was the one thing that Gypsy said her and her mom, like, it was like they talked, they said in the court, that was the one time her mom ever said she was sorry to her. She said, I'm sorry, and they both cried, and they never spoke about it again.
So in a way, you could say that, Dee Dee was a victim also then.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, that's the reason, like, I truly believe that she had a mental illness. It doesn't excuse, okay, so much as by proxy, although it's a mental illness, it's still child abuse. And that's why, like, we hope to learn about it so people can catch the signs. So these people, it's preventable. Like, if they get treatment, it can prevent them from abusing and unaliving their child, potentially. And that's what, I don't think, people think I'm only on here because I'm so passionate about Gypsy. No, like, once I got into this case, it made me, I've always been like this, where I just, like, start to think, and like, I don't know, like, while the world's going on, like, I always think about the people that
guy's not alive anymore.
There. No, he's still alive, but I think there are people out there that are being abused still to this day, right now, elderly people, children, infants.
He's still alive?
He's still alive. He's not, yeah, he's still alive.
Is there a statute of limitations there?
I don't know. But you know, I spoke
would she pursue charges against him?
Oh, that's a
I
big
think you know what? I think this is the problem. It has caused the sisters of Dee Dee encouraged her to write a book. And then when she wrote a book, they weren't happy about it because that was in it. I mean, I don't know if you know this, but especially, look, family secrets go run deep in a lot of families. It's like, you don't do that. Like, you keep it to yourself, which is sick to me. I feel like it shouldn't be that way, but it's like that way in a lot of families. And, I think that she does have a really big heart. And I think she knows how much that she hurt her family, even though she was hurt and was not protected by them either, because they knew she could walk. Meaning like her grandma and her grandpa, and they didn't do anything, but I think she just wants that to be her in her past and just be over with. Like, he's going to die soon. He is. He's very old. I mean, I'm not saying he's going to die next week, y'all. I'm just saying I think to her, it's just not, she told her truth, and it is, I mean, that's what it is.
It's very painful sometimes to do things like that.
Invalidated about it.
And, people will invalidate that. I mean, Bri made a point one time that I totally believe. Munchausen by proxy is a mental illness. And I prefer to believe that Dee Dee had that, because if not, she was just a horrible, evil monster. And I would prefer to believe that she had a mental illness that was running this. And, her family members have spoken. And I'm not here to bash Dee Dee, but Dee Dee was not an angel. She committed fraud, wrote bad checks, did all this kind of stuff. Her brother told stories about her. And you know what people will say? Oh, well, he was just jealous because Dee Dee was her mother's favorite. So it's like you can't win for losing, because the truth isn't going to stand. It's going to be excused somehow, some way. And there was even claims that she was poisoning her stepmother because she hated her stepmother, because Dee Dee completely loved her mother. You know what I mean? So there's a lot of that in that family.
That Dee Dee was poisoning her stepmother?
That's what some say. Whether that's true or not, I don't know, but that's what people said. That's what some family members said.
Yeah. And she says that herself. She said that her mother put the same thing inside the cactus that died in the food of her grandma's. Like the grandma, the papa of the grandma remembers Gypsy telling them that when she was little, like when she was really little. So and why would she just say that? But
yeah, so I believe Dee Dee was sick. I really do. And for people to say she wasn't, then you're saying she was an evil monster. Because to do that to a child and not have a mental illness running that show for you, how do you explain that away? And like I told you, Perez, when you've got two people in a house and one says abuse happened, how are you going to prove it happened, and how are you going to prove it didn't happen? Like, there was physical abuse. I didn't know if I could speak on this, but I can. After Gypsy came back from Dan's house, Dee Dee caught her standing up in the bathroom on the phone talking to him. Dee Dee made her get back in the wheelchair. Dee Dee was so angry, she beat her in the legs until the blood started rising to the top of her legs and they started bruising. Gypsy was hit with coat hangers. I'm not saying it happened all the time. There was all this physical abuse, but there were instances. There was mental abuse. There was emotional abuse. And if Gypsy didn't go along with what Dee Dee wanted, Dee Dee would punish her emotionally, take away love, care, not speak to her. So Gypsy learned it's just easier to go along with this than it is to fight it on some of it.
She would make her take out her teeth and look in the, like, take off her wig, take out her teeth and look in the mirror and be like, look at you. Like, no one is ever going to love you but me. I'm like, and yeah, oh, sure, only, that's what Gypsy says. And I hate when people say that, because it's like, do we never believe anyone then? Do we forever just go on, but like when people share their stories, be like, you're lying. Like, I think it's really sad. I mean, there are similar things. When I'm watching these videos of Nick, sometimes, man, it like gets to me because I'll hear him say things and it's stories that Gypsy shared with me. So like, she told him the same things that she's still saying all these years later. Why would I think that it's not true? These are the same things that she told Nick. I just don't see. That's my opinion. I'm not talking about you specifically. I'm talking about
I don't want to speak for these other people, but my guess is, you're like her number one advocate. And they feel, I don't know. I'm only guessing, but my guess is, if they.
No, this is because they want to humiliate me. They've been accusing me of being on drugs for 2 years. So that you haven't been a part of this. I'm just telling, like, these people have doxed everyone in my family. They have literally sent me pictures of myself dead in a coffin with a bullet hole in my head because that's how my grandpa died. These people harass me every single day of my life. They don't care. I could stop talking about Gypsy for a year and they would still do it. It's just what it is, and I'm fine with that. I'm a strong motherfucker. I've been doing this for 2 years and I'm still standing. I'm good. But the issue is I don't care if I was fucking Jennifer fucking Lopez. Okay, I don't care if I was Taylor Swift. And I know that people would do it for them too. I think that it is absolute I think it's disgusting to try to humiliate someone because of an addiction, whether it be a current addiction, a past addiction, because they're doing it for entertainment right now. And I know that I'm going to be fine, but there are many people that will not be. And there are many people that wouldn't be. Like, you can literally to push someone back into their addiction by doing this kind of shit. You can cause someone to just push them over the edge out of shame and guilt. And it's like, people don't think about that. And it's a societal issue that I don't mind speaking out against because I think somebody needs to. And I'm not the only one, I'm sure. But I don't know. Sometimes getting your bag it shouldn't be what it's all about. Because at the end of the day, do you really want someone else's life in your hands? I don't even mean by death. I mean by them falling back into their addiction. Like, there's a lot of people that this has triggered. There's people that have reached out to me from this community that are addicts or recovering addicts that this has absolutely triggered them. I mean, these people are basically shaming me. Like, how do you think it makes them people feel? Like,
and then, okay, so my last question. What would you say to the people, the whatever they call themselves, the anti-Gypsy community, or do they have a name?
We just call them haters. They're just hating.
What would you say to that to those who say that your side does a lot of the same things, like doxing?
Yeah, tell them prove it.
Prove that. Prove it.
Well, that Audrey told me you all were exposing her ex-husband and this and that and the other.
That wasn't us.
That wasn't us. Wasn't us for one. But isn't it funny how, like, okay, so people. This happened after all of this shit happened, by the way. Like, isn't it crazy how when it happens to you, you have a problem with it? And also exposing him. Why is there anything to be exposed? She goes around calling Gypsy a pedo because she said something about a 13-year-old, yet her husband on his social media platform said he likes his women 16 and mixed with, let's just say Pepsi, okay? He likes his girls 16. But so wait a minute. So you can't be a hypocrite. You can't be okay. You can't be saying, oh my God, Gypsy's a P3do for having a vampire fantasy. But yet your old man who wasn't into fantasy land, he's on social media typing, not sharing a meme, not sharing a post, which would still be weird, literally typing, I like my girl 16 mixed with Pepsi. Let's just say Pepsi. That's, sorry, you're in the public eye like they tell me. I never did it though. Don't be mad at me. And don't worry, they already got the person's page taken down anyway. Because they don't like it when it's done to them. Dude, like, my husband's not even on social media. He's got in trouble one time in his life, and I was on here 6 months and they exposed all of that. Even ruined his deal that he had with the DA. So, it affected his life. And my husband is the sweetest man ever, has done nothing to these people. What did he do to them? Nothing.
Perez, I can tell you this. We have proof where we all got mass doxed last year. We weren't bothering anybody. We weren't doing anything to anybody. We all got mass doxed, and we have the proof of it.
Every house that I ever lived in has been posted. Like, even putting those people in danger, like the people that live there now. I mean, every single house that I've ever lived in and my husband has ever lived in since we were like children have been, like, the addresses have been put out, the pictures. Like,
all your husband's job. Listen, I watched Bri for months get bullied and harassed and targeted and never said anything. Never. When she finally stood up and decided to fight back, all of a sudden she's a bully. She's harassing people. Are you fucking kidding me? Miss me with that shit. The difference is, when you come at me and you go doxing me, I don't give a shit. I ain't your Huckleberry today. I don't care. But there are people in our community who do care. My address has been out there so many times. I didn't have any gifts show up or a hitman, so I'm good.
Yeah, I used my mom's address as my P.O. box because she was doxed. So I was like, well, at least I don't have to buy a P.O. box now. So now that's my P.O. box. See, I find a silver lining,
Well, I'm going to
No, I didn't get Nina fired. Nina already said that herself, Dab. You should catch up. Yeah.
All right. Well, you both have a good night.
Get some sleep, Perez. You're falling asleep.
I
know.
know.
At the end of the day, you're gonna believe what you want, but I mean, I don't really care. I'm just being honest with you because this is the same shit every day. It's not gonna change, but we're still, like,
we're still standing. The FBI, we don't sleep. We still stand.
Yeah, like, I would just tell them that. Like, asking me what I would say. Well, I wouldn't say anything. Ask them for proof. Then you would know.
Ask for the proof. You got it.
All right. Have a good night.
Good night.
Bye.
Take care.